Oh my God, what is that?
Ew.
Oh my God, what is that?
I just want to start by defending myself with saying thrifting is much better in Austin than it was in San Antonio. This is my evidence for that, and you're gonna help me go through it all today because this cannot stand. This cannot continue. It doesn't matter how good thrifting is. It at least needs to be organized. On a more serious note, we are going to be decluttering today, but a lot of what you see behind me is just lack of organization because I've mentioned this a few times over the last month or so, but I've been dealing with some pretty serious health issues, which I talked about in my recent period routine, but I'll link the video up here. At some points, I just didn't have the energy to do anything outside of necessities. Organizing my clothes and putting things back where they need to go obviously fell off of my to-do list, and so we get this. In addition to that, I also helped my friends host, we've hosted 2 so far, mutual aid events where we all come together to donate like our time, a skill, or things that we have to raise money for different causes. And the last time we raised money for Operation Olive Branch, and we were able to raise $1,500 in one day. Well, it was really only like a few hours, and we were really, really proud of ourselves, and we're hoping to do another one coming up soon. And what I did for our last one is I just sold clothes that I was decluttering. If you live in Austin, follow ATX Cares Collective, and we will let you know when we're hosting the next one. That's usually how I recommend decluttering, is making sure that the things you're getting rid of are actually going to go to someone who wants them, especially if your alternative is donating them. Like if we're taking mass amounts of things and just donating them to the thrift store, less than 20%, so like less than 2 out of every 10 items actually gets resold in thrift stores. And so when you give things to the thrift store, the biggest likelihood is that it's going to landfill. And so if we can rehome the things that we're getting rid of to someone who actually wants them, that is the most sustainable thing to do. And I also think it's the most like community charity minded thing to do. So for me, I like to call myself, recently I've been calling myself a Buy Nothing Group evangelist. Essentially what that means is I want everyone watching this video to go join their local Buy Nothing group. But the goal really at the end of the day is to make sure that you're not just kind of throwing everything at a thrift store, making sure that we're giving things to a place where they can actually continue to be reused and not just end up in the landfill. That's going to be the most sustainable thing. Okay, we have to put our hair back up because we cannot declutter with our hair down. This is gonna get hot. I already know it. Okay. A big part of the reason this is such a mess is, yes, because I haven't stayed on top of organizing my things through my health struggles, like I already said. But another part of that is I like to put everything in one place, and then I have to go through everything here, and then I can solve everything on the opposite side, if that makes sense. So essentially we have to go through everything here. We're gonna put the headphones on, and we're gonna get serious.
Mark!
He's wired in.
Sorry?
He's wired in.
Is he?
Yes.
One of my motivators behind decluttering today is that the 2 times of year where I feel strongly called, we'll say, to buy new clothes is in the fall, because I love fall clothing, I love fall colors, I love fall fashion in general. The other time is summer, because when we move from like winter, spring into like real Texas summer, I don't really want to wear anything. And so I often start thinking, well, I need to buy new things so that I can find things that like I'm comfortable wearing, that are easy for me to wear, that I don't have to think about too much, and I won't be miserable in. And last summer I had 2 outfits that were like my summer uniform. It's like what I like to call it. And it was like a romper with a dress. I don't know what they call it. I think they call them like athletic dresses. And last year I thrifted this one, and it's cute and I like it. Like it looks good on me. The problem with it is it's so heavy and thick. Like I don't know how to describe to you. This material is like thick. It makes me hot, and that is not the goal of the summer uniform, right? We're gonna get rid of this one finally. As we're decluttering, I think it's also important to like keep in mind buying less stuff, because that's one of the reasons I like to do a declutter around those times where I'm called to shop more, to remember you already have a summer uniform that you really like, and there are clothes in here that you can put on easily. You just have to find them and put them in the place where they'll be easy to grab, and then I can resist the urge to buy new things. So what I'm trying to say is pay attention to your patterns, and if you have the same patterns as me, join me in doing this. You know what is such a bummer? I don't have any really good sustainable swimsuit recommendations, especially for plus size girlies. And I used to always say Girlfriend Collective because they're my favorite swimsuits. They're simple, they're high quality, sustainable, ethically made, all of the things that like I give a fuck about, and they had them in everyone's size. I loved them. They don't make them anymore.
Oh dear, that's not good. I feel the need to say the F word now.
I go swimming every Saturday at minimum, so I would like to have at least one more swimsuit in my rotation that I like and am comfortable in. And so we're getting rid of this one, which I got this one from ThredUp. It's basically the same thing as my girlfriend one. It's like shaped the same way. This is like poor quality. It comes down too far when I'm swimming. Like it just doesn't, it's not comfortable for me. And yeah. I'm not gonna keep it. But if you happen to have any sustainable swimsuit recommendations, let your girl know. To be fair, I haven't put in a lot of research. I just been buying some on ThredUp because it's an easy thing for me to do, but let me know. I'm making a pile. One of the piles that we're making is for all my whites so that we can use the bleach alternative and just really get them white again. I haven't done that in so long. This is a perfect opportunity to do that. In not so good news, I was decluttering the shoe section and I was throwing them towards my pile. See the pile? But my tripod was sitting over there, and when I threw the shoe, it opened up one of my tripod clamps. My tripod fell over, and now my screen to see myself is no longer working. But we're gonna keep rolling because we've already made that pile is supposed to be the keep pile. We're not decluttering enough, I feel. But I do feel like basically because I haven't been putting my stuff away, the stuff that's out, the stuff that I just went through and is in that pile back there, are the things that I've been wearing. And in theory then, what that would mean is the things still in the drawers, the closets, the bins are the things that I don't wear as much. So that's where I think we'll get more decluttering in rather than just like organizing. That's mainly what I've been doing. So I'm gonna, as soon as I organize the shoes, I'm gonna hop into going through the bins and stuff that I haven't been wearing. I also on this journey have discovered this, but I bought this on a road trip. I remember them saying it was like an indigenous person. They started this little operation. I don't know. I wanted to make a basket basically. And this is a kit with all the materials that explain to you how to make a basket. And I haven't done it yet, but this is in here because, well, it should be with the rest of my craft stuff, which isn't in here right now. But like my big goal with this room is to actually move the bed up there because that's kind of a thing that we only use like temporarily. Like someone doesn't sleep there every day. Whereas like if I had made this like a craft room, I probably wouldn't use it every day, but I'd use it a lot more than people would use it to sleep. We have a lot of friends who are like thinking about moving here or used to live here and need to make trips back and like all kinds of things. So we've had a lot of people staying in this room, but I also joined this program where you can have people come stay at your house and they can stay with you in exchange for learning about like sustainable farming or taking care of chickens, or in our case, the big push for them to help us with is the ecological restoration in the front yard. And so they stay here, they get to learn about our practices in our urban, I'm calling it an urban wildlife habitat, which it is, but that's basically the program that I joined is for people to come learn about that. And they can stay here for a few days and learn about it, help us out with it. It's like a mutual aid exchange thing, and that's who's been staying in here. But I think the reason that it's slowed down a lot to where it can look like this in here, no one wants to come work outside in the yard when it's 100 degrees outside, and so it slowed down right in time for my health to also take a dip, and then the room looks like this. But that's okay. Long term, hopefully I can make a craft area in this room down here, and this portion of the bed can be up there because that just makes sense. Like this part of the room is more easily accessible than like this upper part, and you only really need to get in and out of bed once a day, right? So anyway, here's the same problem that I've been telling you about. I thrift things that I'm looking for good options for, and then I have too many of them. Denim jackets, because I keep telling myself I'm going to do an embroidery project with them, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but someone else can get more use out of them at the sale. So. Yay! This is my spring/summer box that I definitely should have gone through before now, because my rack up there is empty, and the goal today is to go through all this and hang up the things that I want. But as you can see, lots and lots of white. I love things that are crochet. This will not be part of my like summer uniform, but I definitely want to make an outfit around this. I got this on ThreadUp, and I love anything like that. Anything with like very detailed stuff going on, but they do need to be whitened up from last season, clearly. This has been part of my summer uniform for a few summers now. A linen button-up dress, easy throw on, and relatively cute, I think. This is something I thought I would wear, but see how wrinkled this is? And granted, I wasn't storing it the best, but when something is like this complicated for me to keep up with, I just won't gravitate towards it. So we can say goodbye to this guy. This is so cute. I love this. Had this for a few summers too. White button-ups are the move, man. White button-ups, denim shorts. It's a staple for me. Sometimes I thrift things, like this literally still has a thrift tag on it, that I really like and like for all intents and purposes should fit into my wardrobe really well. Like it's a light material, it's a button-up. If you're catching the theme that I like light materials and button-ups in the summer. But then it has like the detail that I really like this one, if you can see, has like embroidered and beaded flowers, but I don't wear this. And I feel like this could be for lack of really knowing what would go on the bottom of a purple top, and that I wouldn't tie it up because it has the embroidery on the bottom of it. We'll put this in the forefront of my mind for this season, and if I don't wear it this summer, we'll get rid of it next summer. This has been a staple of my summer uniform since I lived in my garage apartment. Again, button up, linen, easy. I love it. And this is why this is really good for me to be doing, because again, I like swear I forgot that so many of these things exist. Like they were not in my mind when I'm trying to create outfits. Well, because they've also been in boxes and this place has been a mess, but it's good to go through your stuff. And I feel this way with when I go through my stuff for fall too. Like everything feels new and exciting, and like this is stuff that I loved enough last season to pack up into here. So as much as I thought I would be getting rid of the things in the boxes because they're the things that weren't thrown about that I had already been wearing, I also like a lot of this stuff. Okay, I found another box. This I have to remove a stain from, and honestly I have no idea how to do it, but I have to do it because I love this freaking top so much. Oh, that's what you want to do? I'm here for that. Oh my god, and then this is also, can you guys tell I love embroidered, like just intricate detailed things? I don't know, something about it, but this is vintage and I do love it too. It looks like I got a little, might have to get a little hand stain out of that too, but these embroidered on patches of little turtles. Oh, I love them so much. Can't get rid of that. This has also been something I've had for so long and I have not worn it the last couple summers. I wonder why. I used to wear this like every day. I think it's because back when I was wearing this like every day, I was still wearing a bandeau bra, and I just kind of hate wearing them now. The fewer clothes, the better. There's a theme. There's a theme. And you can't really wear this without something. I think that's why I don't wear it very much. And I probably wouldn't, literally for that reason. So, bye-bye. This is just a brown slip dress. I cannot even picture what I would wear with this to make an outfit. And if it's that hard to think of it when I'm actively thinking about it, I'm never gonna choose it over other stuff. You know what I mean? Like if it's something that you have to think that hard about how to make it work into your wardrobe, just don't fuck with it. Just don't. This is something I bought years ago when I was filming a video about like trying sustainable brands, like spending money on sustainable brands, and we call this the green bean suit in my family. This needs to be washed. I wear the hell out of this thing. It's linen, it's Eileen Fisher, super high quality, and I'll probably keep that thing for life. Oh, and this is my special occasion dress. Anytime I need to look nice in the spring or summer, this is what I wear, again with the like high detailed embroidery. But this is something else I rented, and then I was like, oh, this could be everything. I wore this a lot every time I need to look nice for an occasion. And I will never forget that it's in a box because it's the only one I really have. I'm trying to find one right now that's black that I feel the same way about, that's like not short, because I feel this one is short and some occasions that doesn't feel right, but black would be good. So I'm on the hunt for that right now. It's on my wish list, but yeah, we just got rid of quite a few things. We're making progress. Well, the area that was covered in clothing is now completely rid of them. But seeing the room with nothing up here is so exciting because that means I can finally move the bed up to here, and then I can actually start my longer term dream of turning this into like a crafting area for myself. Anyway, Madison is almost off work and I asked her if she will help me move the bed. So any second now she should be coming to help us with that, and we will start the journey of turning this into a craft room for me. This is gonna be so hard. I hate moving mattresses.
Not really.
Wait, go ahead.
I mean, I can't do it alone, but
Why not?
Because it's huge.
Tiffy, move. Wait, what do I do? Okay, wait. Please hold. Ah! You want to help? And then we just push it up. Yay! That's good, right? I can still use this space if I need to.
Yeah.
And then when people are ready to go to bed, they just go up there. And I have all this space to work with now.
Craft room, let's go.
Craft room.
Oh,
Craft room.
he does
Craft
not
room.
look happy
Craft
about
room.
that.
Craft room.
Gentle with his little kitty knees.
Craft room.
Yeah, I think this is good for now. Come on, we're almost done. Are you gonna be okay? Keep going.
Hello.
Okay, it is time for the big reveal because I started this video thinking we were just going to declutter all of the clothes I had sitting up there on the loft part of this bedroom and trying to get it ready for the mutual aid sale that we were going to have at some point in the summer. That's how it started. But then once I started going, I was like, well, I've always wanted to turn this room into a craft room, and I've always wanted to move the bed so that I could have more usability on instead of like having to crawl up there every time. So this turned into a declutter my stuff for mutual aid sale and also turn my room into my dream craft room and rearrange furniture and all kinds of wild stuff. So if you remember when we started, the bed was right here on the ground. It's not here on the ground anymore. It's back there up on top of the loft because that just makes sense. So step one was moving the bed, but step two was moving the clothing rack, which is much more useful. The other thing you can see from right here is my hat wall. I wear hats a lot. I wear a lot of hats, especially in the summer. This very pale white face, it needs protection. So I wear hats all the time, but the ones that are hanging on the wall are more of my like cutesy hats that I would wear to like be cute. My more functional hats that I wear are now behind this door, which is an amazing organization situation. It's literally just a strap hooked onto the door. Okay, but aside from all of the wardrobe changes and organization that I did, I also went and found on Facebook Marketplace a dresser, which I can use to put all of my craft stuff in, because before all my craft stuff was just living in this random wicker box in the garage. And when I needed to go dig through my bin in the garage, it's always like 100 degrees in there. It is so hot in the garage and I would just avoid it at all costs. So now I have my stuff over here in this dresser that I found on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. So in this one I have like some paints, some pens that we use for our mutual aid stuff. Let's see, over here I think I have corks, that I have gotten from the secondhand craft store because I use those a lot in fall and winter to make stuff, and just random things, and my embroidery yarn, a project I started and haven't finished. But the point is, everything is organized into here, and when I need to look for something, it's not 100 degrees where I have to look for it. Oh, I also found this at our secondhand craft store. It's a flower pressing kit, and I'm pressing my first batch of flowers from my yard right now. Okay, this is also a very exciting thing that I did. I found this pegboard on my Buy Nothing group, and then I just put all of my crochet / knitting materials up on there. I'm learning how to crochet. I know how to crochet a little bit, and I have a project that's going right now that I'm trying to finish by the end of summer, but that's what all that is for. I just thought that that was a really cute way to display the yarns that I have. These are all secondhand from the secondhand craft store, so I put it like kind of in a rainbow pattern, and I think it's so cute. I love this. I'm obsessed with this. This might be my favorite part of the whole transformation. And then I also found this mirror, which you can be completely honest about. It's not my favorite. The mirror I was looking for is actually a giant Ikea mirror that one of my best friends has, and it's just really big. And there were a few of them on Facebook Marketplace, but none of the people who had them were getting back to me. And the issue with this one is a few things. It's kind of short, so I have to stand pretty far back to see my whole self in it, and it does have hooks to hang it, so I might do that. But the other issue is that it's trendy a little bit. You know, this shape is kind of trendy, and I don't love that about it. I kind of wanted something more basic and timeless, but it's neutral for now, and it's cute in the space. I mean, it goes cute with like the stuff going on here. I just kind of wanted to put a nice little bow on everything that happened in the room. So let me know your thoughts on this. Madison says it looks like a pad. So, okay, well, I hope this was fun for you, that either you learned something about decluttering or you just had fun and maybe I was entertaining, or maybe you got some inspiration on how to create a space using secondhand things. But whatever it is, I'm so glad that you're still here. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, leave me your best decluttering tip. Leave me how you declutter things, or maybe how you talk yourself out of buying things, or maybe a craft that you're working on. I don't know, like I should have given you one prompt, but I would love to read your answers to any of those questions. But that's it for me today. This is a very exciting update in my life, so I had to include you in it. And remember, until next time, you cannot do all the good that the world needs, but the world needs all the good that you can do. Bye, guys.